Okay, we're here with a Panasonic DMR EZ48V DVD slash VCR VHS recorder that was given to me by a friend that was zapped in with a power surge. I have it totally taken apart, and this is the power and tuner board for it, and it would just blow the fuse. So I went through checking some of the circuits, and the little bridge rectifier here is completely shorted. All 4 pins have continuity, and we also have a direct short between the 2 output pins on the board. So I didn't poke around with it anymore after that. So I went searching, and I found another board here for about 20 bucks, and we're gonna try it out. And I'm hoping, although with my luck this probably will not be the case, but I'm hoping that the processor board and anything else did not get zapped as well. I'm hoping it kind of stayed in the power supply section, but for some reason I'm doubting that. But I figured, hey, a chance of a perfectly working DVD recorder for 20 bucks, I'll take my chances. So we'll get the board installed and see how it works. Okay, first things first, I've got the board in there, and it's a little tricky to get in because there's a little tab right here that it has to be fit under. And next thing is going to be to connect all of these little bridges here. There's 5 of them. Three back there, 1 right here, and 1 small one up here in the front. And I don't know why the light just turned out on my phone, but there we go. That's in. Now, there is grounding tabs on the board. Now, whether this actually provides a ground or if it's just for shielding purposes or bonding purposes, I'm not sure. But we're going to have to put 1 screw at least in just to make sure that there's contact. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll get mounting the frame right here, which is the frame that holds the DVD drive in place. Okay, now the mounting frame for the DVD drive is attached, and there's 1 screw down in there, 1 screw down there. These 2 are actually go through the circuit board as well, so when you mount the power supply board, don't put those screws in, or else you'll have to take them back out again. And then there's 1 screw back there. So now we have to mount the processor board, and also make sure that the 2 cables coming from the USB and the card reader go through there. Now the processor board, there's the HDMI connector on the back. That goes underneath the 2 little tabs that are there. Like that. And then that sits on there and just pushes down like that. And then that's going to be held in place with a screw. Now, these two connectors that come from the USB and the card reader board, that should actually be going above that, like that, I think. Actually, I think it went like this. Yeah. That just slips under there like that and holds it in place. And then this pushes down into here. A little hard to see that. But the contacts are facing forward. Then this cable here just snaps in right next to it. Like that. Okay, and now I'm going to get the screws put in to hold that in place, and we'll be right back to install the DVD drive. Okay, so now I just had to take the whole thing back apart again, because along with these two screws up front that hold the DVD mount on, there's also one back there too. I was wondering why the processor board wasn't seating properly, and that was the problem. So there's actually three that go through there. Okay, now here's the DVD drive. The power connector here, sorry this is so blurry, but power connector goes right in the side like that, and it kind of just tucks in under there like that. And that's also the data cable for the DVD drive, and that sets down on there like that, and this cable comes over here. You can either leave it out or leave it up or whatever, doesn't matter. And okay, that's not a easy release, it looks like. No, I don't know what that little tab is on there for, but this just goes in like this with the contacts to the left, and that pushes in there like that. It makes sure it's seated all the way. And last thing we have is our fan. Which just kind of screws in right back there, which it doesn't have to be screwed in for testing purposes, and it plugs in right here like that. So I'll get the final screws attached, and then we'll fire it up. And there's also one more part, which is this right here, which also I have to take that screw out. This is kind of just like a little baffle plate, and there's also another mount I noticed right there for the processor board, but we don't really need those for testing. So now the face just snaps on, so I'm going to get that all snapped together. Actually, I might be able to do it while I'm on here. No, I don't think so. So I'll get that snapped on, and we'll plug it in and try it out. Okay, so we've got the faceplate back on. Now we're going to plug it in, and knowing my luck, probably it's going to pop the fuse or do something else, but we'll find out. Well, it didn't pop the fuse. I'm not sure what it's doing. Let's try turning it on and see what happens. Ooh. Well, our head assembly is working on our VCR. Oh, there we go, the standard blinking 12 o'clock for VCRs. Okay, let's try ejecting the tape. See what happens. Okay, I don't have the slightest clue how this thing works. Oh, there we go. The faceplate wasn't snapped on all the way. Hello. VHS. Let's try ejecting. We have ejection. Awesome. Let's try the DVD player. Cool. Alright. So now let's get a TV. Now the fan's not working. I don't know if that's temperature controlled or what. But I would guess that it probably is. If not, that might end up being a problem. But anyway, let's go find a TV somewhere and see if it actually works. Okay, so we're back again. Got it hooked up with this TV. Now this TV just sucks in general because the convergence is all messed up. I think the tube's going out on it or something. But at least this one, I can get to channel 3. See what we got. Cool. No signal. Big surprise because we ain't got an antenna. Okay. Well, there we go. All fixed.